It's time to play another fun game of Does It Survive the Gender Swap?
So I do actually like this game, to a point, because gender swapping calls a whole lot of attention, for instance, to the overrepresentation of men and men's stories in pop culture. Because the mere fact that this team is all women and therefore politicized, while not one critic ever thought to criticize this cast for its all-male composition, much less impute some sort of politics. And so that whole exercise of does it survive the gender swap is really great at pointing out where power lies. Provided, of course, that you know how and where to look for it. One of the knocks against this scene in Thor Love and Thunder was that a female superhero never would have been put in a scene like this. Which is true, and with very good reason. It literally and figuratively would not be the same thing. This scene still takes place within the logic, the aesthetic, the practice of the male gaze. Thor is a locus of desire, but he's not objectified the same way a woman would have been. A gender-swapped version of this scene also would have unmistakably raised the specter of sexual violence. This can be played for laughs with Chris Hemsworth. If it had been Natalie Portman, his co-star, instead, not so much. That's not to say that this is a totally unproblematic scene, it just isn't problematic in the same way, or to the same degree. And if that sounds like a double standard, yeah, men and women are held to different standards under patriarchy. They suffer different oppressions and gain different privileges. And if this gender swap game is going to actually teach us anything, illuminate anything, we have to acknowledge that too. And this is not just a theoretical exercise, right? There are real-world implications. The way that a woman turns down a man's advances might also not survive the gender swap, but it's because the consequences, the stakes, are so much higher. So yes, play the Does It Survive the Gender Swap game, but play it thoughtfully and use with caution.